Welcome back to Cassette Beasts. So why are we in town instead of back where we're supposed to be? In Magikrab's Gauntlet. For 1.5 reasons. Really? And that is that I decided to go back and look through the bestiary and see which monsters I did not yet have captured. And I was missing very few, actually. Most of them I had at least seen, if not recorded. There were a handful of them that I had not. These were primarily the starter variants, such as Vendemon, which I had captured a second Candevil. So, as you saw with the Candevil that I started with, when you get it to 5 stars, you get the option to remix it into one of 2 paths. I chose, I think, Alchemy as opposed to Machinery, which gave me Malchemy. Now, if you go Machinery instead, you get Vendemon, which we had not yet seen. Gumball, then, is the final evolution along that line, which we have seen. I don't know if it was a trainer that had it or something in the Gauntlet or whatever, but we had seen it. So, there are very few monsters in here. I'm trying to think which one it was. Most of what I was missing, it was just a handful. It was like 4 or 5 monsters. There was only one. Oh, like I had to go evolve Padpole into Frillypad. We had seen Lilligator, but not Frillypad. There was, if I can ever find him, Burnus is a shockingly difficult one to see, because it actually evolves into Smogmagog, and I have seen Smogmagog a ton. Like, I've seen him all over the place. But I feel like Burnus, his pre-evolution, only shows up in a choice few places. So I kind of actually had to go out of my way to catch this one. But that's mostly it. That was pretty much the extent of what I didn't have. So, Magikrab is listed, weirdly enough, and is number 0. Raise this monster's tape to 5 stars to unlock more information. So you can record a Magikrab. How do you record a Magikrab? You can't record things while you're on the train. I'll tell you how you record a Magikrab. You go out into the wild, and you find an astral bootleg Trafficrab. How do you find an astral bootleg Trafficrab without hating life? That's a much larger question. And for the most part involves using the sacrificial candles, the ritual candles, that you can buy from Wilma. You burn one of the ritual candles, and then you go into your menu and you recycle a tape. Whatever tape you recycled will make the next fusion that you find either have the monster type or elemental type of the monster that you recycled. So this means that you will pretty much always get a bootleg of the type that you're looking for, or the monster type that you're looking for. This only helps you so much, though. As you go over to the job board, and you find one for unstable fusion. If there's not one there, you can go inside, talk to Frankie, who for 10 fused material will just refresh the job board for you. At this point, I have 800 fused materials, so that's nothing. This guarantees there is always an unstable fusion at a specific location. I would probably save before even accepting the job on the job board, so you can load your save if that's not the right one. And then you go out and you check the unstable fusion, and you see if it has a traffic crab in it. There's a way to refresh that, I think, even more often, but I'm not 100% positive. But once you find one, the unstable fusion, that has a traffic crab in it, then you go back, burn your candle with an astral type in it. Go back, fight him, and you will find yourself, finally, amongst the whole mess, an astral type bootleg of a traffic crab. This still took me an afternoon to do, but I couldn't find the details on it. I'm sure I saw somewhere a very detailed guide on how to use the unstable fusion strategy in order to get an astral traffic crab much more reliably. I tried for hours to find that guide again, and I could not, so I kind of had to waste some time and brute force it, but I did get there eventually. So we have our astral type bootleg of traffic crab. And that is how you get a Magikrab. First monster to be brought to New Wirral in the ancient past. They are almost all extinct now, with one solitary Magikrab now residing on the island as its eternal and diligent station attendant. I do not know the details of what Magikrab is capable of. I haven't looked into it. But we now have our very own. So let's grab our team. And head back into the Gauntlet. Oh, I actually wanted to look over the bestiary too. So, Magikrab. Covered that one. Spring Heel evolves into Hopskin, who evolves into Riptera. Spring Heel can also evolve into Snoopin, who then evolves into Scampire. Carniviper, who evolves into Masqueradle, who evolves into Jormungand. Carniviper can also evolve into Mardiusa? No, I got that wrong. Carniviper evolves into Masqueradle. Masqueradle evolves into Ouroboros. Alternatively, it can evolve into Jormungand, who evolves into Mardiusa. I think that's correct. That's probably how Snoopin worked too. But whatever. Okay, Traffic Crab turns into Weavelite and Lobstackle. We have Candevil, turns into Malchemy and then Miasmodius, or Vendemon and then Gumball. Bansheep, this is the other starter, turns into Woltergeist, who then turns into Ramtasm. I actually prefer the look of Ramtasm to Woltergeist to Ramtasm. Or you could take Bansheep and turn it into Zombleet, who then turns into Capricorpse. Sirenade turns into Decibel, Dandelion turns into Blossom Maw, Macabra turns into Folklore, Dominoth turns into Wingloom, who turns into Mothmanic. Dominoth can also turn into Tokusect, who does not then have a further form. Squirey can turn into Mana Spear or Palangolin. Catelli turns into Cat 5. Peppercut turns into Southpaw. Bulletino turns into Velocirifle, who turns into Artillerex. Or also Velocirifle can turn into Giryu. Diveal turns into Scubulurus. Nevermort turns into Apocrylips. Cloxy turns into Robindom. Thwackalope is standalone. Allseer turns into either Kufo or Trifinx. Braxsuit turns into Flapwoods. This is a neat one. I don't think I looked too much at what that one did. Sands of Time turns into 40 Winks. Salamegus turns into Pyromelion. Musketeer turns into Ratcassel. Padpole turns into Frillypad, which turns into Lilligator. Elfless turns into Grampus. Or Fierus. Not sure what what determines what turns into what. It can be something like you have to evolve it during the day, or they have to have a certain sticker equipped. Brushroom turns into Fungo. Boltum turns into Plasmantler. Busheye turns into Huntorch, turns into Hedgehorn. Terracotta turns into Cauldron. Stardegrade turns into Galagor. Mascatoy turns into Mascatorn. Binvader turns into Binterloper. Twirligig turns into Kirakuri. So most of these are just tier 2 evolutions. And the first one we have very often seen just running around exploring. There's very few that we haven't seen. Jellyton is standalone. Spirouette turns into Region C. Jumpkin turns into Beanstalker. So Beanstalker didn't have registered, despite that I have seen it. But I saw it on the train, so I'm wondering... But the train is filled in other things, so I wonder if it is like certain trainers it doesn't count or something. Or Jumpkin can also turn into Draculeaf. If it's nighttime, they turn into Draculeaf. If it's daytime, they turn into Beanstalker. Pawnedead turns into Skelevangelist, which can then turn into either Kingrave or Queenix. Not sure. Burnus, who we've seen, turns into Smogmagog. Fawceteer, of course, turns into Fountus. Cluckabilly turns into Rockertrees. Pondwalker turns into Shark Tanker. Bob-omb turns into Spitfire. Ice Peck turns into Cryo Shear. Sparktan turns into Zeus Strike. Kuniko and Shining Kuniko. Then we have Jin and Tonic, who is standalone. Arkid is also standalone and one of the fastest monsters in the game. Undyne is standalone. Spooky Ona is standalone. Kepri is standalone. Avaravoir is standalone. Glassstain is standalone. This Mimic is standalone. Anathema is standalone and was introduced in one of the first DLCs. Pinbolt turns into... No, that isn't right. So these are monsters that I think have forms relating to other ones we've seen. Pinbolt may be a pre-evolution or a post-evolution to... We saw him up here. This guy. So maybe like Boltum could also turn into the other one? I'm not positive. Oops, too far. Diveberg, obviously an evolution or a bi-evolution of the Dive Seal. Adeptile being an evolution. We saw the Pyro something lizard guy. Trapworm and Wormmaw. Interesting that these are both down here because I could have sworn both of these were in the vanilla game. Ferroclaw and Auraclaw, who we did see. I'm not actually confident that Ferroclaw evolves into Auraclaw. They may be two separate monsters. Pixie, who we've seen as a... it's standalone, one of the quote-unquote legendaries. Pauper and Paw Prince were introduced alongside... Why am I this way? You know. And then these are the DLC ones. So Umbrella was our legendary. Amphere evolves into Lapacitor. These don't have, like, good order numbering, which I think is weird. Charlequin turns into Blunderbusk or Fragliachi. Hauntom is standalone. Little Red can turn into Rosehood or Scarlet Teeth. And then there's Minor Tom, who turns into Major Tom. Minnow Steam, we've seen. And then we come down to the Archangels. Even ones like the Amber Lodge that we didn't even fight. And even Len is in here, and Shadowland. And finally ending on Guinevere. So that is it. It's all the monsters. So let's go. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Restocked. All the way to 120. We're going long. Oh no, Sunny.
Yes.
I feel so bad. I don't want to beat up Sunny. Okay, we got all our goods on us. We did not get AP up, actually. Alright, so I think it says Machine Curse, but they're using something that triggers on themselves anyway. So it's like, yeah, Machine Curse sure did activate and reflect this back at the user, who it was going to target anyway. Okay, you spit. You can... Dog Ears. Don't you steal my AP. I'm using that AP. So they still have a monster, I'm guessing. Yep. So contact damage, so don't use physical. Yeah, don't use physical. Oh my goodness, that Miss Mimic means business. Oh no, I'm on fire. Oh no, they fused. Yeah, I can't copy anything when you went first. You preemptively went. Like, you fused before we had a turn. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Capri's. Well, thanks for taking care of things on time. Xanth and Wilma again. Oh no. Wait, what's that no tape? Is that no switching? It's kind of butts. We at least got all our buffs. Oh, I can hit Ghostly? I forgot about that. Okay, that makes things better. Yeah. Rude. Oh, this will prevent them from fusing, I think. Because they only have one monster. They only have one tape left. Wait, no, what? Okay, now they only have one tape left. That's a substantial call for help. Yeah, you can't call for help when there's already 3 monsters on the field. I mean, if I can't switch... then there's only so much I can do. Can you really not get a ricochet on that Folklord? That'd be real cool. Well, final 2 monsters. Of course, you're using your dumb fission power. But this is where multi-strike, actually, multi-target really comes in handy. Like, you can only do so much when you're confused. Oh, they are fusing. Yeah, get that ricochet.
Impressive.
I don't even care what you do to me, y'all are dead. Gotta get all their vengeful curses off. A reminder to everyone at home that Undyne does not, in fact, have infinite HP. Due to the way I built her, she just has something like 30,000 HP. I'm actually not sure how much. Ow! Ow! So realistically, the only way to like actually kill her. I'm just curious. Yeah, 25,000 HP. Realistically, the only way to kill her is... Where's my... Where are my rewind? There. Is with percentage-based moves.
Come on! Momentous! Here we go!
That's not a strategy, Skip. Oh, that tape jam is problems. Oh, I didn't get my gambit. I do realize that the further into this that we get, the more trainers we run into as opposed to just regular monsters. And I think that's, A, you have to fight more fights to get through a carriage. But also it does kind of hamper strategies that are reliant on zero-turn killing you. I'll gambit, why not? Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. I'm not applying new status effects!
You're doing well.
Yeah, I think that's it for Eugene, though. Also, reminder, right now all of the enemies are 11 levels higher than I am. Which is why a Gambit Clobber did only that much damage.
Okay.
Very well.
Why do you have a second glass on your glasses?
Very well.
Ooh, another bootleg. So I'm thinking it'll ruin my chain, but I kind of don't care. But I think the first cafe I run into, I'm going to back out so I can shuffle. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but I do feel like we're seeing a lot of, or at least we have been seeing a lot of the same stuff. We did not get our gambit. Good job killing your teammate. That wasn't even us. Another bootleg. It's a neat looking wall. Just have your attacks go into the void. Aha! I got the ricochet. If I could switch! Right now, all I can do is clobber and hope that that kind of wears down your Miss. I've got multi-target. And I don't see anything like evasion up or anything on them.
Fabulous.
Easy breezy.
Look, Heather is not so much good at running recon as she is just striking her opponent with a bolt of lightning. I guess recon would be part of the meteorologist aspect of it, though. I feel like having a good meteorologist would actually be reasonably helpful on a small island like New Wirral. Like, they don't have the infrastructure to deal with, like, catastrophic weather. So, knowing in advance what could potentially happen. Okay, I did not get AP boost, but I don't really care, so... Yeah, that's what Heather's good at, see? Unfortunately, you've got to do like 60% of my HP or something to even make any progress against killing me. I think something that's interesting here, though, is even though I have, like, obscenely sized numbers on my side, these fights can still be a little touch and go sometimes. And I think that's entirely due to how complex the combat system can be. Like, they come up with a fancy strategy. And regardless of the fact that I can one-shot them, and am relatively unkillable, they find a way. A lot of strategies, and you can't be immune to everything. A lot of stuff you gave me. Unfortunately, you just gave me healing steam, which means I just kind of heal. That tape jam is causing me problems. Oh no, Kepri. Air Kepri. Air Kepri already has 8 AP, and that terrifies me a little. Stop.
Turbulent.
Yeah, that tape jam is actually causing us some frustration. Wait, I start confused? Oh, that's...
some luck.
Oh, that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. I don't have tape jam, though. Yeah, you already have multi-target though, so I kind of don't care. You desperately need to get Haunt up. That's just doing 100. Oh, okay, it's the conductive that's doing the damage. It's fine because I heal when I use Spit. What? A metal Smogmagog? Is that a bootleg? I thought Smogmagog was already metal. Maybe he was fire. Okay, you can dog yours. That's like weirdly cool looking. Ow. Rude. Rude. And we leave with full HP. Somehow. Oh, we gotta deal with confusion again. I don't want to deal with confusion against Cleo. Okay, we got Haunt and Gambit. And even AP boost. As long as we get that dog ears off, we can kind of do whatever. So I don't think confusion affects pre-round moves. At least it doesn't seem to. Man. I got a lot of weird stuff on me and I'd rather not. Okay, yeah, because I'd ignore the dog. I'd rather not do weird stuff with, Ow! Rude. Is that the conductive? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I think I have... Petrification Cure. I only have 2 of 13? Maybe you can't buy these. More than anything, I need you healed, though. You'll just do whatever it is that you do. Oh, she's asleep, too. Oh, I don't know what that thing did, but... Oh, neutralize! With the save! Okay, I think I have a... like coffee or something. No, it's just... I have something that wakes you up. Yeah, sleep cure. Doesn't use up a turn. I only have 2 turns left, though? You just kill him. God dang it. Why is Vengeful Curse the way that it is? Okay, so I could wake him up, but we have Gambit on, which increases your... We learned this. Gambit increases your accuracy, so these moves should work anyway. He's gonna die in 1 turn, so I don't even care. Never mind. I am no longer asleep. What now? You are asleep, though, and that doesn't really help matters. You are asleep and about to die, so, like, I should probably swap in somebody that I don't care as much if dies. I would really love... Like, yeah, there's nothing I can do about those status effects. I may just let you die. Let's just get the talk off. I'm kind of surprised that doesn't do more damage. Now, I heal, but they're also leeched. Or I'm also leeched. Yeah, and that heals them a pretty decent amount. Still asleep, not much I can do. So what we've learned today, kids, is if someone goes to sleep, just wake them up. God dang it. You were so close. Oh my goodness, if you just got off one attack, you would kill it. Look, even if the type change doesn't work, the friggin' preemptive strikes will. Oh my goodness. Vengeful Curse in extended battles is so rough. And I'm starting these confused, which is even worse. Okay, so you got Gambit on, so you can just dog ears. Oh, of course we're confused. Okay, managed. Okay, thank heavens. That was actually kind of rough.